name is Lyudmila, and today we finish our work with the series of lessons about success in learning. And this final and conclusive lesson on the topic deals with writing, as I've promised to you. Today we'll take into the consideration only an informal letter or email to a friend. As it's the only writing task at the external independent assessment test which you have to pass finishing your school or entering the university. So, first we'll speak about the letter structure. The layout of a letter is almost the same as the structure of all pieces of writing you can do. First of all, it's greeting. The second part is introduction. The introduction is a short paragraph whose purpose is to give the reader a general idea of the subject of your letter. It should contain the reason for writing. The next part is main body. The main body consists of 3 paragraphs in our case, and its purpose is to develop points related to the subject of your letter. So, you write about specific topics in the letter in detail, trying to cover all the listed points, listed in the instructions. Bear in mind that you should not only state your opinion, but also give justifications. It can be explanations or example or any proof or any support of your statement. This next part is conclusion. The conclusion is a short final paragraph in which you can summarize the main idea of the subject, make general comments, express your feelings, and write your closing remarks. And of course, you should give an appropriate ending. As it is an informal letter, you can write yours, love, best wishes, take care, or something like that, and add your first name. In our exam, you will be asked not to give your personal information. That's why you use an imaginary name. For example, love, Ben, or best wishes, John. Let's go on. I want to remind you that you write your letter in informal style. When writing friendly letters, you normally use this style, which is characterized by the use of everyday vocabulary. For example, I had a great time. Colloquial expressions or idioms like drop me a line. Phrasal verbs like get on, settle in, and short forms, any forms of contractions like can't, don't, am, he'll, and so on, so on, so on. Now we'll do some exercise which will help you distinguish between formal and informal sentences. Look at the screen. The first sentence. I'm writing to see how you're getting on in your new flat. Think a bit. Here in this sentence you see contractions and colloquial expressions like how are you getting on, and that's why it's informal. The next sentence. I look forward to receiving a prompt reply. Here you have a cliché expression, I look forward to doing something, and speaking about a prompt reply, you understand that it is formal. The next one. Give your sister a big hug from me. You see the words about giving a big hug, and of course it's informal. What are you up to this summer? You have here a phrasal verb, to be up to, and that's why it's informal. The next sentence. We are having a fantastic time here at the camp. You see short forms and an expression to have a fantastic time, a great time, and of course it's informal. The next sentence: would it be possible for you to attend the club's annual meeting next month? First of all, we have a polite expression, would it be possible? And the sentence says about annual meeting, and of course it's a formal one. The seventh: you'd never believe how well I've been getting on at school. First of all, you see short forms, and you see the colloquial expression, I've been getting on. And of course, it's informal sentence. So, now we'll work with a sample task peculiar to our exams. On the screen, you see the sample task for writing a letter. You have received a letter from your pen friend in which he invites you to visit a training on achieving success. Write a letter in which you say whether you accept his invitation and why or why not, what success in learning means to you, which subjects will help you succeed in your future career. Write a letter of at least 100 words. Do not use your real name or any personal information. Start your letter in an appropriate way. You see that you have 3 points which are necessary to be covered in your letter. First of all, we'll speak about introduction. In the exposition, you work out the very start of your task. The common mistake is to ignore the beginning of the task. You should write your letter so that a person who's never seen the task can restore it without difficulties. So, opening remarks which you may use may include questions or wishes about recent events, the person's health, and so on. A thank you to a person for his last letter, comments about their news, an apology for a delay in writing or replying, and the reason why you are writing. So, on a screen, you can see the examples of such opening remarks. For example, how are you? I hope you are feeling better. Sorry I've taken so long to put pen to paper, but... and you may continue. I'm writing to let you know, and you give your news. My congratulations, if you congratulate a person with some event. I'm really happy you have dropped me a line. So please pay attention and choose any of them for your letters. And if we try to write an introduction, first of all, we start with informal greeting. On the screen, you see a greeting, hi there, and you can use hello, dear Bob, hi Dan, and everything like that. The next sentence is, the next part, is opening remarks. How's everything going? Hope you are ready for your exams. And after that, you write a sentence which will connect the introduction with the following part of your letter. I see you've got a lot of free time if you want me to join you at the training. As you remember, in your task, you were invited to a training by your friend. Pay your attention to use of linking words. Linking words make your writing more interesting to the reader and easier to understand. They can join 2 short sentences into the longer one, can show how ideas are related, for example, such words as what is more. On the other hand, show time, while, before. List points or show sequence, first, next, finally. Add more points, like besides. Show cause or effect, that's why, because of. Give example, show contrast, introduce a conclusion, like all in all, and so on and so forth. Today, you see the words on the screen. These linking words are suitable for almost every situation. That's why use them during your writing. The main body. In informal letters, we usually talk about more than one topic. And in our exam tasks, we usually have 3 topics. The rubber gives you the information about specific topic which you must write about. You see on the screen the first point in the instructions. Thanks for your invitation, I'll definitely be there. You answer for invitation. And after that, you explain why you have taken this invitation. As I have to pass my exam soon, I strongly believe it'll be useful for me. You know, I'm interested in success strategies. So you have the reference to the first point in the instruction, and then you are elaborating on the first point, and you explain why you do that. Pay your attention to linking words there. Definitely, as, I strongly believe, you know. You see that linking words are not only on the beginning of the paragraph. You use them in all sentences. We'll come to the second point in the instructions. First, the reference to this point. Actually, different people understand success in different ways. Then, we will elaborate on this point. For me, being successful at school means learning new and interesting things, sharing my ideas, and maybe getting high grades to please my parents and to show up a bit. Personally, I have good results when it's interesting and challenging for me. Don't you think I'm right? Please pay attention that the first sentence connects the previous paragraph and this one. And of course, a lot of linking words again. Actually, for me, personally, I, and pay attention to a last question. Don't you think I'm right? This question shows that you write an informal letter. Such questions like an exclamation marks in your letter shows that it's an informal style. The third point in the instructions. The first sentence will connect the previous paragraph and this one. No doubt, not all subjects are interesting to study, but they can be useful for your future career. And now we'll elaborate on this point. Psychochemistry is not the funniest subject, but I really keen on it, as I'm going to be a doctor, so I need it for my future work. Besides, I'm really into making experiments and solving equations. Can you imagine that? So pay attention to this paragraph. We again have a lot of linking words. No doubt, but inside a sentence, say, so, besides, and the last question, which proves we have an informal style. Also, pay attention to such phrasal verbs, to be keen on and to be really into these phrasal verbs also proves that we have an informal letter. The next thing we are speaking about is conclusion and ending. Conclusion. Can't wait till we meet and have fun together. Don't forget to write me about the training time and place. So you sum up your information about this training. And then you have to make closing remark. Best regards to your mom. Save a piece of her cake for me. And ending. As ever, John. You know that you can use different closing remarks. Well, that's all my news. I'd better go now. Can't wait to hear. That's all for now. My best wishes to your parents, sister, friend. Please write soon and tell me all your news. Take care. Lots of love. Using these closing remarks, you can finish your letter in a proper way. Writing your letter, remember to use idioms and phrasal verbs, chunks which are a part of the range of vocabulary, and grammar structures that are assessed. Use everything possible to get a good grade. The accuracy of language is also very important. Avoid using structures if you are not confident that they are correct. Use chatty informal expressions. Use informal punctuation, such as exclamation marks and question marks. And finish with a friendly expression, like those you see on the screen. I hope this will be helpful for you while you're writing your work, your examination work, and any letter you can imagine in your life. So I think it will be useful for you, and I hope that everything is absolutely clear. Good luck and have a nice day. Take care of yourself.